Welcome to Shut Up Football. I'm Jeff Stoltzfus. That's Kevin. And this week we're talking about totem poles, poor sports, and a World War II reference for the kids as I struggle to look back at Week 14 of the NFL season. Hit it. Jaguars owner Shad Khan said with 100% certainty that the team will remain in Jacksonville. He plans on eventually passing the team down to his kids. Somebody call Protective Services. That sounds like a threat. How old are they? Oh, they had a good run. People have been floating London as a possible destination for the team, but London, Jacksonville, Florida, they're basically the same. There's a new report out that alleges Washington football team owner Daniel Snyder attempted to interfere with the workplace investigation surrounding him. What? It's always the ones you don't suspect. Man, that team is just filthy. If you enjoy football and dumb jokes, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It helps the channel grow. Make it grow. And now it's time to take a look back, all the way back to last week. It's time for the recap. Vikings, Steelers. Dalvin Cook ran for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. What was the Steelers defense even doing? I haven't seen such wide open spaces since the white man found the buffalo. Justin Jefferson did Justin Jefferson-y things and the Vikings held the lead late. But the Steelers were on the move. At least some of them were. On a critical 4th down, Chase Claypool made the catch, but wasted precious seconds by celebrating instead of immediately giving the ball to the ref. Not much of a sense of urgency for a guy named Chase. But what can you really do in 6 seconds anyway? Lick a stamp? Flip a coin? Run one potentially game-winning play? Steelers lose. Cry me a river. In fact, cry me 3 rivers. Ravens, Browns. This ought to be good. Toss Baker's withered corpse in the arena and let the Ravens peck at him. But what's this? Baker's feeling better. He had 2 touchdowns. Instead, it was Lamar Jackson who left early with the boo-boos. Tyler Huntley made his 2nd appearance of the season. Not to worry, he can do shit too. Like this. And that. And, where the fuck is he going? Myles Garrett made a big play. He got the whole trifecta, teammate Jadeveon Clowney said. The sack, the fumble recovery, and the touchdown. Answering the question, does Jadeveon Clowney know what a trifecta is? Hell yes he does. Myles Garrett now has the Browns' single-season sack record. The man likes sacks. But the play of the game goes to JoJo Natson for stepping out of bounds on a kickoff, thus ensuring that instead of the 2-yard line, the ball goes to the 40. Loophole, you say? More like wormhole. You don't like that? You're just jealous. Get your own wormhole, Deborah. Jaguars, Titans. Trevor Lawrence was picked off 4 times. The Jaguars were shut out. Their receivers ran collision routes and looked like buffoons. Or perhaps not coached very well. After the game, Coach Meyer barely shook Mike Vrabel's hand and didn't say 2 words to him. Then he fielded questions about the report that he called his assistant coaches losers, and that there's no leak, but if there was, he'd fire that person immediately. So, typical stuff. Coach Meyer seems the sort to want to speak to the manager, despite, being the manager. He's Coach Karen. Meyer has only 1 more win this season than Lions coach Dan Campbell, but he was given far more resources and every opportunity for success. And still, he looks like the guy who showed up to work on his birthday. There's no joy in those eyes. Cold, dark, like a doll's eyes. He suffers through every press conference. Jesus, is it over yet? I just want to take my wife to Hooters. Raiders, Chiefs. Raiders held a team meeting on the Chiefs logo, but I'm sure they were totally fine with it. Maybe not. 4 different people scored touchdowns, including Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who everyone assumed was lost at sea, and Derek Gore, who you don't even know about. Is he related to Frank Gore? I don't know. Maybe. This isn't an educational program. Hunter Renfrow went for over 100 yards again. This is no mystery. It's him or Waller. Derek Carr loves the middle of the field like a fat kid loves cake. It wasn't just the offense. Kansas City's D had 5 turnovers and made the Raiders look like a horde of no-talent ass clowns. Saints, Jets. Another tough day for Zach Wilson. The rookie looked like someone shit in his oatmeal. He was missing his top 2 receivers, but it doesn't much matter when you're throwing bounce passes like it's fucking Foursquare. Alvin Kamara returned and showed the Saints what they've been missing. Talent. He had $120 and a touchdown. Coach Payton said he gave us some real good juice. Is this figurative juice, or does Kamara own a secret orchard? If there's real juice, I want some. Unless it's not made by Kamara, but made from Kamara. In which case, I'm still in, but my expectations will be drastically different. And it better be free. I'm not paying for any fresh squoze Kamara berries. Go easy on Zach Wilson. The kid is barely old enough to vote or go to war. And if he could have voted for war or the New York Jets, make no mistake, it would have been war. Cowboys football team. The Cowboys shipped in their own benches prior to the game. Why? Because much like Washington's front office, their benches were defective. The benches kept their tender little tushies warm. Did they pack TP? No need. They'd wipe their asses with the team that shall not be named. Micah Parsons has transformed this defense. He continues to be a first-round steal. What idiot let the Cowboys draft him? Oh, son of a bitch! Parsons had 2 sacks. That's 6 straight games with one, and 12 so far this year. The Cowboys' offense looked less than. After a perfectly legal hit, La'el Collins acted a fool and got tossed from the game. Heineke was beat and beat up. He left early. Finally, some time to do some scrapbooking. But where is he going to find a pair of scissors? Oh, that's convenient. Falcons, Panthers. Despite losing a fumble, Coach Arthur said he believes in Quadri Allison, leaving the question. But why? Receiver DJ Moore learned a very valuable lesson. Never turn your back on the medical tent. Its bloodlust knows no bounds. Medi-tent's gotta eat. Coach Rule said he might play both Newton and Walker moving forward. That's not how it works, Matt. Even if you put them both on the field at the same time, with one on the other's shoulders, you're still down one whole quarterback. But I would like to see that, running around the field like a totem pole of failure. Seahawks, Texans. First round bust Rashad Penny finally busted out after he stacked 137 yards and 2 big old touchdowns. I presume Tyler Lockett had a Speedo on under his uniform because he had 142 yards and went swimming in Texans tears. Kyami Fairbairn kicked a field goal from 61 yards out, which is impressive, but also makes his other leg look like a real slacker. How does he walk around with such a discrepancy? He must constantly be doing circles. Davis Mills wasn't a complete turd. He threw for 331 yards and a touchdown. He might just hold the starting gig going into next year, and why not? Who cares about the front door when the house is built on a foundation of mashed potatoes and bees? Lions, Broncos. The Lions were forced to call up 7 players from the practice squad. I'm sure they were very excited, but it must have felt like stepping off the boat at Normandy. Craig Reynolds was one of the few that made it to the beach. He had 83 yards and maybe earned a spot on the roster moving forward. Denver dominated on the ground. Javonte Williams muscled in a big boy touchdown. Melvin Gordon hammered 2 touchdowns of his own and 111 yards. This Lions team is only a few weeks away from an estate sale. Heck yes, you can have that armoire, but it comes with Khalif Raymond. Giants, Chargers. All right, everybody, urinal stance. Turtlenecks can't contain Mike Glennon, but the Chargers defense had no problem. The OG couldn't catch Samson. Herbert threw 3 touchdowns. On one of them, he threw the ball into the next century. That's time travel, y'all. With Keenan Allen on the shelf, Joshua Palmer got more time and looked pretty good. When did he go from Josh to Joshua? Probably when he started getting paid. Josh is a stupid name, and anyone who tells you differently is a real Josh, or in love with a Josh. And love's stupid too, suck it feelings! Serial killer cosplayer, Coach Judge watched his team implode from the sidelines. I assume muttering to himself and leaving a trail of candy wrappers behind. If you've had enough of this guy, Giants fans, look away. Reportedly, John Mara loves Judge Judy, so look forward to more of this dysfunction next year. 49ers, Bengals. Jimmy G versus Joe Burrow. Hell yeah! The only way this could be better is if they played for hair. You heard me. Winner shaves the loser's head. Have the courage to put something on the line, you handsome cowards. George Kittle, potential future star of Trailer Park Flip, went off again. $150 and a tutty. Burrow had the Niners defense nipping at his junk all game. He was sacked 5 times. When he wasn't on his back, he was scrambling and looking for Jamar Chase. Chase grabbed a pair of touchdowns. Brandon Aiyuk took a short pass and somehow levitated into the end zone. I mean, that's some serious Matrix shit right there. How did he do that? Did he bribe Sir Isaac? Bills, Bucks. The Bills are a pair of asymmetrical breasts. No balance. People united in praise of Tom Brady for rushing the ball for 16 yards. I mean, sure, Josh Allen ran for 109, but he doesn't carry the weight of being old enough to remember the band Creed. A heavy burden. But unlike Allen, Tom didn't do the bulk of the running for his team. They actually have a run game. The Bills would have better luck running actual Bills. Murray, Cosby, Bo Baggins. Tom Brady threw his 700th touchdown pass. Seems like only yesterday he threw his 600th. It wasn't, was it? After the game, Josh Allen was seen wearing a walking boot, which is fucking stupid. All boots are for walking. Bears, Packers. Much of this game was devoid of surprises. Aaron Rodgers owned the Bears again. During the game, a doppelgänger was spotted. Nice try. No one would ever fall for that. Look behind those eyes and you'll see a hint of apathy and general human emotion. Jakeem Grant was the most interesting thing the Bears put on the field. He made the Packers look like fools on a 97-yard kick return. The Bears went for an onside kick, and Khalil Herbert put hands on it. He took it to the house, but was immediately evicted. It's a dead ball at the spot of recovery, a crappy rule that only protects us from fun. Rams, Cardinals. Matthew Stafford threw 3 touchdowns. I don't know why he didn't throw 4. Just lazy, I guess. Kyler Murray threw 2 interceptions. The first was tipped directly to a guy. What you gonna do? But the second one came when he tried to toss one over Leonard Floyd. The man is 6'5". Plus, he has hands, and sometimes they go uppy. The Rams buried Murray all night. They put him in a body bag. Do those come in sizes? Like Ziploc bags? I assume Kyler would need the snack size. Despite everything coming up roses for the Rams and the Cardinals dry humping cactus shards, this game remained close to the end. But hope evaporated in the Arizona heat under Aaron Donald's sweaty jock. The Cardinals have a hard time winning at home. I know the feeling. That's it. That's our show. Thank you so much for watching Shut Up Football. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
I'm getting the vapors.